Do you know what? Let me do a disclaimer now. Just a disclaimer. Half-Cast Podcast was originally created, from my understanding, with Chucky, over several conversations me and Chucky used to have, and we just wanted to have these conversations and just air them out and see where we went with it. Now, I'm mad thankful that the people have, taken a big following, like a big, love and, gone towards it and listened to it and supported it. We have people like Gigs out here, and he wants to be on. But people need to understand, this is me and Chucky's living room. Now, if you come to my house, and I say to you, I've got orange juice and lemonade in the fridge, you can't ask for apple juice. That's against the rules. You can't tell me you want apple juice. It's not here. That's out of order. Why do you tell me what you want apple juice for? So when we're here and we're trying to have conversations with people about what we want to speak about, how can you not talk about it? You're in our house. If you don't like the rules of our house, essentially you should leave.
Yeah. I mean, I'm more looking at it like this, yeah. We are about having interesting conversation. That was what this whole thing is built off, yeah? Interesting
100.
conversation. An interesting conversation can come from anyone. So it could be like someone who's very popular or someone who's not popular. In the past, we've had listeners that's come here.
Yeah.
I used to invite listeners here.
That was sick.
And the reason why I did that is because some of the things that they were saying to me on Twitter was interesting. So I thought, you know what, bring them in and we have an interesting conversation. Interesting conversation can come from anywhere, as I said. And it's unfiltered. So with that being said, I am good with not having anyone come here if it means that we have to have a filtered conversation. Because there's loads of places that people can go for that. You can go and have a filtered conversation wherever you want to have that conversation. But I just think if people are going to come here, then you should expect to have an open conversation about stuff. And occasionally there's going to be times where, depending on who you are or what you're doing, you might be asked some tough questions. Do you get me?
But
if you're not prepared to do that, that's absolutely fine.
100%.
So I'm good with that. If you're not prepared to do that, that's cool. It just means that this place here isn't for you.
But you know what it is? I wouldn't answer everything here, though. There are certain things that I would tell you I'm not going to speak about. And I respect someone coming here and saying, but you can't not want to speak about everything or not speak about anything at all. And this is not even to say that we're going at anyone. It's no. I think it's important for us to get that point across because we've had so many people come in as of recent.
Yeah. I think that people have seen like Gigs come here and then
Reggie and this
there. And Reggie as well. But I think some people have also bypassed some of the other conversations we've had. So when you look at JME, if you watch that conversation, we're having an open conversation about bare different things.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Numbers.
It's not an interview. We just have nothing even really to do with
It should never
him.
feel like an interview. It should just feel like a conversation.
Krept and Conan came because we had a conversation, me and Poet had a conversation about something, which they'd felt some type of way about and wanted to come and clear it up and have a conversation with us about that. Do you get what I'm saying? And I love that. Those are the type of things that I want to do. But this can't be a thing where people feel like they're just gonna ring me on some promo run thing and we're just gonna just have an interview. I'm not doing that. That's not what this is here for.
Of course. You know what I
tell people this all the time, yeah? Go and listen to episode 1. The structure of episode 1 is pretty much exactly the same as it is today.
Bro, do you know what? I want to go back and listen to that. I want to go back and listen to it. I listened to it, but I just remember how it was.
Do you know what? Yeah, but you just said promo run. Now, if we look at the maths and the science, these numbers here might be allowing these people, artists that come on, to get to a certain position with their team. So this is all part of the science.
Thing.
So the science, so maybe you were right.
We need to wrap that segment up, fam.
Yeah.
That went on
Which one?
The A&R thing, bro. Man were going, bro, it was like a flipping rally in tennis.
I wanted to understand, that's all, but now I understood.
Do you know what, though? We actually had a good conversation the other day, when we was here. And we didn't actually elaborate on it, but I thought what you said was kind of sick. When we was talking about the bridge between the UK and the US, I'll let you say it, because if you remember it, but you was kind of talking fuck the bridge, bro. Who gives a fuck about the bridge anymore? Which made me think, who actually does give a fuck about the bridge
because it's
anymore?
do you know what it is? If you want me to pay homage, do you know why though? If I have to pay homage every time I go across London Bridge, fam, that's just long, cuz. I don't want to keep going across the London Bridge. Do you know what? Let me pay homage to the people that created this bridge and allowed us to walk across it. It's I appreciate the bridges here. I'm not going to disrespect the bridge. And if you ask me who created it, I'll find out for you. And that's how I feel about this bridge between the UK and the US. I'm not going to always say, oh, thanks. Say we get an opportunity tomorrow and someone has manifested that 10 years ago because of what they done. I don't feel the need to always go out and say, oh my God, thank you for making this bridge.
You don't.
No, but some people, this is how I feel like, some people hold on to that part of the bridge that they've created and they make it a thing and they make it something that they have to preach. And you know what? I'm not even gonna get into it. Not to
do it, man.
But Mitch, I have to stop. It's always me. If it's not me,
you know what? It's
I'm under a
me.
lot of
It's
pressure.
me a lot
It's
of the
always
time.
me.
It's
Yeah,
me,
but
it's
if you
become
do
me.
it, then they'll come on and have a
Do you
conversation
know what it
with
was?
you.
Just so you know.
And then their numbers.
And Chucky wants
Just so,
that.
because maybe you didn't understand yet.
Go on.
But for me, this is what it was, yeah. Because when I heard Poet saying what he was saying the last time, it was like in my head I started working it out. When I was a young buck, yeah, all of the stuff that I liked, or a lot of the stuff that I liked, and people that I thought were like mad celebrities and shit, and that were fucking doing sick shit, were millions of miles away from me. See, like my little brother, yeah, all of the people that he likes now are local, or people that I even know. But he thinks like, if he sees me standing next to Stormzy or whatever, he can't fathom that in his head.
That's amazing.
When I
No,
was
but
young-
that's not true though,
Wait,
because there was people you was young that you still felt like that about here.
yeah, but the majority was way
America.
overseas.
The majority is still there.
It's changing now, bro. Seriously.
The majority is still there.
I'll tell you
it's
what.
just because of the
to-
internet.
To a lot of
Not
young
to us,
people,
not
to a lot
to
of young
younger
people,
generation, though.
To the young generation,
Yeah.
it's different. Like a lot of them, if you ask them who's your favorite, you're still gonna get some of the people that are in America, but you're gonna get way more of them talking about artists that they like here than you did when I was a youngster.
100.
Believe you me. Trust
think
me.
so?
100%.
Specs
bro.
works in a school. He told me
100%.
the other day.
Yeah, I
He
was
was
there.
there. They
Ask
made
them.
4 teams. It's a group of a team made 4 a team of 4. Sorry, a group of students in a classroom made 4 separate teams. Every single name of the team was something to do with Michael Dapper. One team was called Michael Dapper. One team was called Man's Not Hot. And next team was called Big Shaq. Like. That wouldn't happen when we were younger.
Yeah, no
the
way.
only English references you would have is football. Apart from that, there weren't no niggas calling themselves
wrestling.
Omar
But also,
or
yeah,
wrestling.
wrestling, yeah. But also as well, like when I speak to my little brothers or even just like young youths that's that age, yeah, they are gonna say like my little brothers, for example, the only person that they even mentioned from across seas was fucking Uzi Vert,
Oh yeah.
Little Pump, and Chris Brown.
Gucci
The
Gang,
rest
Gucci Gang.
was a bunch of people from here. Do you get me? Bare these gangs that don't even.
So they don't feel
that
like that
even show
about
their faces.
Migos
That
or
don't even show their-
Future or
Nah, not
Drake
really.
or...
Nah.
Not the younger
No, not
generation.
Really?
Nah, not really. They will if they hear Drake, they'll listen to it and they like it. But if you ask them who's their favorite, a lot of them, it's a whole different thing, bro. Like a lot of these youngsters listen to shit that we don't particularly listen
So then
to.
why aren't our
We're
artists
moving
doing
from the point.
arenas? So why aren't they doing arenas then? But these artists can come here and still do arenas.
Because
on
you're
the other
talking.
side of the thing.
Can I intervene?
Yeah.
A lot of the youngsters like these artists. If a lot of youngsters like you, that don't mean you're selling out arenas. They're too young. They're not going to do it. The people, in order for you to sell out arenas, because the people that sell out arenas are the people that have got a massive adult fan base.
No, that's not necessarily true. Not
And
all
by
of them.
adult, I mean 18 plus. And if I go to a Drake concert,
So what
I
are you
reckon.
talking about?
No, because obviously, I'm just to go off the point, because you're saying
Yeah.
why aren't these artists selling out arenas, but their favorite artist is K-Trap or 6-7 or something like that. It's because there's not enough of these youngsters. Do you understand where I'm coming from in this sense? Where I'm saying, artists that appeal to an older fan base are always going to sell out arenas. Artists that appeal to like a young fan base, they're not going to. Like Michael Dapper
do you know what it is?
is not
Do you know
going to
what-
sell out an
do you know-
arena.
16 above are the
That's why you're selling
No,
out
but
arenas.
do you know what it is?
16
This
to 24.
is how I see it, yeah, because the original statement you made was they see these local people as celebrities, right?
Yeah.
And they're their favourite celebrities. But the thing is, when I was
lot
growing
of
up, Dizzy was a massive person to me.
Yeah.
Kano, Gets, all of these people who I'd never met, who are actually my peers now, which is mad.
Yeah.
They were celebrities to me, but it was still no one to 50 Cent. All those people that
No,
are around
that's
at
a
the time.
different argument.
Jay-Z. No, it's
Oh,
not.
what,
It's the
to
same
you?
thing.
Oh, okay. Oh,
These
to you.
local celebs who you were saying, these people look up to now, like Notes, Mo Stack, all
Yeah.
these people, right? There's still a bigger celebrity out there for them. I'm telling you, because I felt like that about Dizzy and all these people. But there was still 50 Cent. There was still people.
But that's a separate
and there was
argument.
still a great pool of people.
That's a separate
over
argument,
here.
you know.
How?
Because you said bigger, he said favourite. That's a whole different thing.
What do you mean?
If I say Ian Wright's my favourite ever footballer, I still know there's footballers that were bigger than him. That's still my favourite. But a young kid saying Michael Dapper's his favourite, he's still going to be aware that Puff Daddy's bigger than him.
So
but
wait,
that's
wait.
still his favourite.
No.
Or
But,
Drake.
then,
Does that make sense? Drake.
but the thing is, you have multiple favorites because it's like I said, Dizzy was my favorite. When
Yeah.
Boy in the Corner came out,
Yeah.
Dizzy was my favorite artist. Like, he was the person I related to most.
Yeah.
However, there was still 50 Cent in 2003, the same time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did you
Who was my favourite artist as well. But they were two completely different favourites.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they were from different worlds.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
I hear
Yeah.
that. But you know what
But
the reality is, yeah, I'm still a little bit older than you, yeah. So
Yeah.
when I was going to school, bruv, like Fugees was a fucking huge thing. And there wasn't much people here in the UK that I like. If anything, it was garage MCs, bruv. And that's just the whole, that's a whole different thing. Jungle MCs, Shabba, Skibber, like it's completely different. And they weren't even artists as such. It was that was a rave thing. But anyway, we're going completely
Off the
apart
topic.
From, yeah.
The most
So
important
now-
thing was, sorry to cut you, was
so I'm
the
talking
bridge.
about
Forget
this
it.
bridge, yeah. So
Forget
I'm talking
it.
about this bridge. So when I was younger, appealing to those guys over there and
Was the
doing
thing.
like, yeah, it was the thing. Especially like I remember watching Funkmaster Flex on radio, yeah, and all I could think about was like, I just want Wretch or like I don't know,
Fam.
one of these guys to just go over there and let them man know exactly what it is that we do here. But now I don't feel like that anymore. I just think, you know what, yeah, man, them should just be just doing their thing. If people gravitate to it, they just gravitate to it. But we shouldn't be thinking about, and I, especially as a fan, shouldn't be putting it on artists on a thing of, you know what, yeah, you lot, like, when you go to Funkmaster Flex, make sure that you let these rappers know that we can rap too. Fuck that. We know that we can.
All right, I hear
we
that.
know that we
I
can.
thought
you know
It
what it
doesn't
is?
even
So
matter.
then why-
when we're talking about the bridge,
yeah.
that's why I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. If it means that we're building this bridge so that they can accept us, I don't care about
All
it.
right, so then why do we aspire to win Grammys? Why do musicians aspire to win Grammys? Because that's the US.
It's a prestige award show.
Yeah, but
isn't it?
that's their thing over. That's the US thing over there. That's all of it
It's
over
just a
there.
prestige
But
thing.
we
But you know
still
what
look
it is?
for
It's a
it.
prestige
But it's
thing.
an
But
award
you
show.
say we, that's so mad though, because that's kind of a difficult thing to say, because it's like we're speaking on behalf of people that we haven't even spoken. Like, I don't even know if these artists want to win Grammys. I can't really
Well,
say
a
that.
lot of
Probably
artists
a lot
have
of them
referenced it
do.
in their
Well, a lot
music.
of them
A
do,
lot
but-
of them
Probably a lot of them
cool,
do,
but I don't
can't
know.
say whether they do or they don't, to be honest with you.
But you know,
I
and
can't
that's
say-
all.
I can't say that like some of these young bucks. Like, I can't say that Jay Huss thinks in his head, do you know what? When I make this album here, I want to make sure that this is nominated for a Grammy.
I don't think
Maybe
that,
they
but,
do.
but if you ask
Maybe
them, do
he
you
does.
want to win a Grammy? I'm pretty
Of
sure
course,
they
well,
want
You
to
can
win a
ask
Grammy.
them, do you want to win a Brit? They'll say yeah. So I think that's like.
Yeah, but if
that's
you
If
want
you
to
want to
win
win
a
a
more
Mobo,
value
if
one.
you want to win a
I
race,
don't
you
know.
want to win.
We can hazard a guess, man. Come
No,
on.
we
like,
can't
can-
hazard a guess.
We
Do you
can
know
when
why?
he turns around and says, "Oh, it's a
Do you
prestigious
know why?
award."
Let me show you something. Do you know the reason why I can't hazard a guess? Because
I know
I'll be
you don't
real.
call the Brits prestigious.
No, my whole thing is I'm in
Shout out to Brits though.
I'm old, innit? I'm a lot older. So my connection. So if you asked me when I was 17, do I want to win a Brit or a Mobo? What would I have said? Mobo. I'd have been like Mobo 6. I wouldn't have known about the Brits and so on and so forth. I feel like this younger generation coming up now that will probably be more inclined, as an artist as well, more inclined to say I want to win a Brit over a Grammy. Purely because, and it wouldn't be alien.
Maybe because maybe they know about the Grammys. I think that they probably do know.
They're probably aware of
They
it.
might
I
not
don't
know if you're a
know-
musician.
They might not know the actual like significance.
If you're a musician, you do.
They might
Are
know-
you talking about consumers or are you talking about the people in the game?
I'm talking about some of the people in the game now.
Yeah.
That's
Because
what
a
I'm
lot of them
saying.
are young.
I think musicians know what a Grammy is, bro.
I'm not saying they don't know, but I'm just saying
and they
that
want
don't.
that validation.
I'm
I don't
saying
know,
that they
'cause
don't know.
especially in the
I'm
time-
not saying they don't know. I'm just saying that I don't know if they know the significance, and that's why you might get a surprising answer if you ask them. What
Do you
they-
want to do this type of thing? Like Will Smith didn't turn up for one. Wasn't it like even Frank Ocean the other day didn't care? Like I feel like anyway, people are more woke nowadays anyway, so they'll make their own assumption whether they want to win a Grammy or not. Like no one really cares about that shit no more. I think nowadays
I
people
don't
just want to
even
make.
think that is like so much.
Yeah,
about
no
a
one cares
bridge,
about that
though.
shit, yeah.
Like it's an award. People always want to
win awards.
Yeah, but it's just
always,
one of the
bragging
most.
rights.
the thing is, you always want to win. That's the thing. You always like if you're
Period.
if you're in a race for something, you're always gonna want to win because there's a competitive nature to the music game as well, isn't it? Like every artist wants to be the best, and every artist wants to aspire to make, I don't know, be the biggest thing and make X amount of dough or whatever. But when I talk about the bridge, I'm saying like we at a point, especially my generation, put so much emphasis on some
this
of
bridge.
these artists on like, you know, like helping to build this bridge. Like, you know what, we need, like this person needs to add a brick here and you need to
no.
But
No,
Chuck,
like, I just
Chuck,
don't
do
even
you
think-
know what my argument was? Sorry to be so cut. Do you know what my argument was when I said forget about the bridge and all of that? Because it's like sometimes you can't hold on to things that were done in the past and so on. So you just got to appreciate the fact that it's there and it's helped you go to where you need to go. There's people that put steps before me, so me and Mitch have a career in what we do. I don't have to pay homage to them all the time. I don't need to make reference to the bridge that's been built. It's there, bro. Just use it and make sure you use it in a positive manner. And I think
Okay,
that's
I
the
hear
best
you
way that you can do anything. So
I
all
thought you
this
meant
like
scrap it and just not.
No,
like,
I just
work
don't-
with
I
them
don't-
more.
You can't scrap the bridge.
Not scrap the
The
bridge.
reason why you can't scrap the bridge
What,
is
break
because,
it down.
because you like whether people realize it or not, there's always going to be a bridge that is going to be made. Like with some of the things that, see, like with Skepta, when Skepta had his moment and he was doing all of this stuff, I don't think that he was particularly doing it to build a bridge.
But he
was
did.
having a moment and it was just building. There was clearly a gap that was being closed in that he wasn't particularly trying to do, but it was just happening. But what I'm saying is, at a point, we were, especially as a music fan, anyway, I was like, I really wanted these artists to help build this bridge over there so that they let everyone know over there exactly their capabilities and what they could do and what was going on over here. Now I'm just kind of on a thing of, fuck that.
Okay,
I mean,
I didn't know that. I didn't know
like,
you. I didn't know you meant they all need to team up and kind of help to get everyone over there to notice us here. No, upon that, we don't need to do that.
We don't need to do
But
that.
I do feel we should be working with US artists all the time and not seeking their validation.
That's the thing.
Upon that,
This is what
we don't
that's,
need to seek
that's
their
what
validation.
that's what that
well,
bridge
you know
was
why
about,
we
though.
do that though. Anyway,
But you know, that's what that bridge was about. That bridge
getting their
almost
validation.
was like seeking validation.
yeah, because it's like if I wanna build an amazing, I don't know, couch, yeah, and then the man's built the very first couch and it's incredible, I'm gonna go to him for tips and ask him, have I done it right? Have I put it together properly? That's what we're doing. They invented hip hop. Do you know what I mean? That's their thing. We've got our own version of it, and we've kind of gone off into our own scene and got our own thing now. But do you know what I mean? That's what it is. That's why it's always going to be like that.
With us having our own scene, that's why I don't think that we particularly need to go over.
But we never needed to.
If we're doing it right,
we never needed to.
We just do our thing, and whatever happens, happens.
We don't. But we need to get to the stage where we're just making the best music.
Basically, this is my
Are we
interpretation.
By making the best music without the fault.
But are we making the best music? Have we got artists that we can say gets into those all-time conversations lyrically? And have we got people that are pushing these boundaries and doing these things?
Let's pause that for a second, though, because it's like, first of all, we have to remember that hip-hop scene's been happening since the late 80s. So for us to be in that conversation is a mad thing. I don't even think we should expect to be in that conversation, for one.
No, but if
for
you're
two,
good, you're good.
No, of course, but like then you're competing against people that are still spitting now and are relevant for 20-something years, and I don't know if Grime's been relevant for that long. So it's like there's just an unfair situation to be involved in right now. Do you know what I'm saying? Well, hip hop has been happening since the late 80s, since I was like a youth. So for us to compete against that, it just doesn't even make sense in my mind. Secondly, we have to understand that when I was growing up, my first music wasn't grime. Like, Chucky's first music wasn't grime. So, instantly, we're going to go and seek validation from what we at first music was. Same way I would have loved an American artist to say something. Because if there was somebody from the Jamaica that was like, if Bounty Killer came over and done something with someone, I would have gone mad because that's the music I grew up on as well. So, there is a generation now growing up, like my kids, their first music that they grow up on could be grime. So when they get older, they're not going to want to seek validation from abroad because all the stars are essentially in their country, like Chucky was saying. So you're going to have 10, 11-year-olds that are going to be like,
that's why I'm saying
I want to be like Stormzy. But you know what it is? I want to be like Stormzy. Stormzy's 20-something now. When they become 20-something, Stormzy's 30-something.
Yeah.
It's almost like those are the people that are now the.
When I was young, there was no one to look at like that, you know.
There was no one.
When I was young, there was no artist that was like a fucking Stormzy or whatever.
What?
Like Dizzy wasn't.
No.
Dizzy wasn't like I'm a lot
You didn't
older
look
than
at Dizzy
you,
like that?
No.
Dizzy, I wasn't at school. I was.
Oh,
older
I'm
when
talking about
Dizzy-
me. So what were you talking about?
I'm talking about pre that.
Oh, I
there
don't
was
know.
nobody that was out there like that, bruv. Everybody that I liked when I was a young buck was an MC, and it was just a small little scene. I mean, like the drum and bass scene was pretty worldwide at the time, but it wasn't a commercial scene. You get me? You had these DJs that was traveling all over. They were going Brazil, they were going flipping America, they were going Tokyo, all of these places and doing stuff. But it wasn't a commercialized scene. Do you get me? These were just MCs that were and DJs that were producing, making music for and creating a little something for them. Whereas all of the people that I liked were huge megastars in a different country, and that's why I think there was even talk of this building this bridge anyway, because it was like, it would be good if we could get an artist from the UK that could reach those heights as well over there. Do you get me?
Trust me.
Now it's like, for me, I think
Why?
I don't even.
Why
think
do you
about
think
that
that was? Why?
What do you mean?
Why do you think people want? Why do you think people want that?
They want the validation.
Just want someone to go over there and just blow and
Because that was there. Because I said to you, when I grew up, that was my first music. Do you understand? Like, I love Skepta today. I love Skepta when he was growing up. I love Joel Santana. When I heard Skepta and Joel Santana on a song, I almost lost my nut.
So do you now?
But now,
you don't care. You don't want no one to go over there and blow.
It's not nothing to do with that. No, it's not what anyone said. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
That's what I'm asking.
I'm not saying that I don't want anyone to go over there and work with them. I'm not saying I don't want anyone to go over there and blow. I'm just saying that as fans, when we talk about the music, a lot of the time there was a period of time when we was talking about, you know, artists that are helping to build this bridge or whatever. And I felt that we, as music fans, and I will take responsibility for that as well, put a lot of emphasis on that our artists. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm not doing that anymore. Just do your thing. Whatever's supposed to happen will happen for you.
You know what?
You will build that organically. You don't have to do that with the force.
It should never be forced or pressed.
Let me show you something. The prime example of how I know that's true is I would see Bearman do a song on Channel U that is hard. For example, I know I like to drink Budweiser because I don't want to get strong like Bear. And I would go sick for that song when it came on. And I think he's sick. And he used to do so well on that channel. But then Keisha White would do a song with Cassidy. And I would be like, Keisha White's gone. But Bearman's not gone. Despite the fact Bearman's getting hell. He's getting bare more listens than Keisha White. It's been requested much more. It was #1 for how long? But because Keisha White was an American Don. No, Bearman was... I'm talking about on Channel U. Yeah, on Channel U. Like when I was watching it. Like Bearman was growing in profile. And Keisha White just had a song with Cassidy. And just because Cassidy was there, it didn't matter about the quality of the video or lack of quality or anything. She was gone. Yeah. But Bearman wasn't. But essentially, when I look back on it now as an older man, that song done a lot more for a Bearman than that song for Keisha White done for her. Do you know
By
what
the way,
from?
she wasn't gone. Where is she?
You know what, yeah.
Keisha, where are you?
Lie that, man.
Come have a conversation.
Go away,
White,
man.
man.
She's cool.
Keisha blacked out.
Come on, I knew her, that Mr. White.
Keisha White. Oh my
days.
days.
Not working right now, you know.
But even the mad thing, like with Michael Dapper as well.
The song was hard.
The song was
even like
hard.
with Michael Dapper, like when he's put out the Man's Not Hot video, everyone was going wild about Khalid being in it, going, yo, like
but
you're
you know
a legend.
What?
That's like validation.
Yeah, I agree with you. But then do you know what? When I saw Russell Brand talking about JME and Skepta, I went mad as well.
That's not even a music validation.
I don't think. Yeah, it's just like that guy's just gone. DJ Khaled's just too gone.
Khaled's just the Instagram star.
He's
but he's a music man as well.
But
he's a music man. But fucking hell, how many of them really care about the music, bro?
Who?
Really?
Who?
Like some of like DJ Khaled's fans. Really?
Oh, now, no.
Come on, bro.
No, of course. Most of his fans now don't.
He's killed it. He's killed the social media game. That's what that is.
I think everyone's bored of him now, though.
Is it?
Yeah. I stopped watching his snaps.
Yeah,
but you know what? The
I
funny thing
him.
is, I actually went on his snap
ago.
the other day and I noticed his ute walking. And I'm thinking, fucking hell. The last time I see his snap, bruv, the baby couldn't even fucking do nothing.
I'm not gonna lie. The next time I probably see him, he'll have a beard.
Yeah,
trust me.
Dad will have a beard. I'll be on a sad Snapchat story, bro.
DJ Ashray.
I ain't watched him. Do you know when he was popping, Chucky? When he used to get up and go Lion Order, remember? And he had Chef D. Remember Chef D? Who cook his breakfast every day.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah, what happened
his chef who would cook him turkey sausage and egg whites. That's when he was popping, bruv. Now he just got.
But you know why?
When you blow, people get.
It's not that, man. He has
30.
stories though. Like do you know how I found out about DJ Khaled's to go to his Snapchat in the first place? Was a story I saw on like bare online blogs
on the jet ski or
on the
whatever.
jet ski getting lost.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He had stories. Yeah.
So he had stories and things that were happening, whereas now he just has too many celebratory moments. Where
Even on Instagram, bro, like you can't follow him. He posts like literally 50 pictures a day, and he'll do like 12 of the same picture but different angles in.
Yeah, come on, fam.
Remember them tunes?
That's weakness in me.
What?
Hey, don't get it taken
That's not
down.
the one with
though.
Cassidy,
No.
but yeah.
This is not. Yeah,
Fam,
this
you know
was
what
my
it is though,
tune,
yeah?
though.
If you look at someone's Snap, do you know why Steve-O's always going to grow and do well? Because his stories are not always fine-tuned. There's always not a happy ending. It's not always a happy ending, sorry.
Yeah.
I feel like DJ Khaled has too many celebratory moments and it's all about positivity. Niggas ain't got
people
time
get
for
sick of
that.
that.
What? You think I'm going to be at work all day
No,
pissed
but
off
you know
about
what-
my life to go and watch someone's great life?
Oh, that was the song.
Yeah.
But
Get me.
It's not just that though. It's because he was doing the motivational thing. That was the major thing.
Sorry, I know I'm distracted.
When he was like Major Key and he was like giving keys every day.
I
and
know, but
dropping,
them
like,
stories were sick. A nigga getting lost in the dark on a jet ski is going to draw in a different crowd. It's going to draw
like
in
you.
more people. And then the moment that you're over there and you like it and it's just too good, I know naturally it's people we tune out.
It'd be interesting to see what his stats are compared to when it seemed like it was
Oh,
thriving.
bro, about a year and a half ago, he was on fire, fam. He was literally the fire emoji.
Do you know what?
And he was
Do you know
growing
why
as well.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why numbers is
he's
fucked, yeah, and why it can really like play with people, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know this is gonna sound mad to some people, but some people actually get affected when you have let's just say you have 10 million people looking at your snaps, yeah, and now, like, a couple years later, you got like 2 million. Like, for some people, that affects them. I remember going.
It does.
Listen, I remember on YouTube, I was going through some of these YouTubers' things or whatever, just to see what they were doing, just because I just find what some of them do mad. But anyway, there's this one dude, yeah, who gets like, every time he drops a video, he gets literally like 15 million all the time when he drops a video. But then he was talking about like how he felt really upset because he put
One
up
day he got
video.
11 million.
Yeah, he said one day
said
I
that?
dropped a video and in one day I only got 1 million.
Who said that?
I can't remember his
only
name.
a
And I was
million?
like,
Who's
"Bro,
that?
that's why this thing is deep.
Those are the numbers.
I don't know his name. I don't know
Those
these
are the numbers
YouTubers.
he's saying, it sounds like PewDiePie. 'Cause
I think that's his name.
That's the only guy who
Yeah.
regular bringing 15.
Yeah. I think it was him still. Yeah. So I don't know nothing about him. It just come up. I just know that he's got bare followers. But I remember he was just saying like, yeah, he was like really down because he was like, I'm only got.
Life's
I've
hard,
only
man.
got
He's
1
only got
million.
1 million now, man.
Imagine living a life where you're obsessed with something that doesn't stop.
Yeah. But that's the world that we're in now. We're still in
We're
the numbers
not,
thing.
'cause I'm not
We're
there.
still in this numbers thing.
I'm not there.
I know you're not, but you know what I mean.
Nah,
We're
none
still
of
in this
them-
no,
numbers thing.
people take that shit seriously.
Yeah, bro.
I met
that
a girl.
depresses people, bro.
I met a girl in LA. Yeah, I'm not gonna say her name, but I'm basically
Shout
gonna
out to
bait her up by
Sarah.
saying it anyway.
Shout out to that bad bitch, Sarah.
Sarah, you know, of all the days. But she
Rating my friend a little bit, please.
She's
Man, that
she's-
guy's
no,
saying
no,
like,
no,
no, no.
Shout out
Big
to
up all
that
the Sarahs.
bad
There's
bitch,
some Sarahs out
Shaniqua.
there.
Perfections, baby.
I mean, straight from Crenshaw. No, but there was a girl that went out with Zac Efron, yeah, and she blew up off the strength of going out with Zac Efron, and she's got like 200,000 followers on Instagram, whatever, popping, yeah. And I was scrolling on her page, and I noticed like the times where she didn't delete the pictures of her and Zac Efron, like even though they're broken up. And I noticed the times when she was with Zac Efron, like her pictures were getting like 50, 60,000 likes, 60,000 likes. This was down the page. I've gone up now, but they're getting like 3,000, 4,000 likes. The people are come and gone. And I know it affects this person.
Yeah.
I know because they're trying to
That's why some people
overcompensate
buy-
for it
that's why
by
some people-
posting a lot more frequently.
That's
why
girls
some
that were
people
in my
buy-
life.
That's why some people buy followers as well.
Yeah, no.
Just to
Really?
keep that, to top that up.
Sorry
Just to
to
get
sorry.
what, like Mace.
Wait, can I just sugarcoat my
Is
life?
all yours free? Is all yours like
Can I just
organic?
sugarcoat my life? Yeah.
Is yours organic?
Like the milk in my fridge. Let me just sugarcoat something. Yeah. Bare girls are going through the same thing, obviously, with me. When I was over there, I was putting a couple likes on their thing. I'm gone now. It's mad.
Yeah,
NSYNC,
man's
yeah.
almost on 100, you know.
There was- I can't, there's bare, I grew so many girls, fam. Birthed them. It's mad. They can't believe they're on the page.
I'm
So
not
many.
gonna lie,
of
I
them.
can testify.
You can vouch for that,
fam. I
innit?
can
There's a couple
testify,
girls that I
cuz-
was. You get me when they were around me. They're like, and I used to see their confidence and I just think like, you're fucking pathetic because eventually I'm gonna be gone. And now that I'm gone,
Yeah.
Did you see
It's
it at
mad.
the time when you were there? Did you see that their confidence was?
Yeah, I was
was
cussing them
in
for it.
hindsight?
I
And
cuss
you
all
were-
of these people for it.
Yeah, exactly. I see that as
Serious?
well. And it's sad.
All of these people for it. Sometimes I used to say to them, are you obsessed with someone you don't know certifying you?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm obsessed with? Looking in the mirror and certifying myself. It's mad.
What a mad thing.
It's mad. It's sad that people need certification from a stranger in life. That's just crazy.
Can I just say, I was having a conversation the other day with someone as well, yeah? I'm always having a conversation with someone the other day. But anyway,
Is that his phrase?
That's his
yeah, it
phrase.
is, I say, nah, but I'm always having a chat. That's
This guy was
the
with my
thing.
twins. He said, I had a conversation with them. No, you weren't. They're babies, cuz.
But I used to have a 1 in, 1 out policy with Chris Girls on my Instagram. So what I meant
Is
by
it?
that is...
Sorry,
yeah,
what? Break that
One
down.
in, 1 out.
As in,
So what would happen is, yeah, I would follow, let's say, 5 absolute buff things, weldies. I don't know them. Absolute weldies. But then, I'll be following them for a little while. And then when I see a next buff one, then I just look at which one I'm going to get rid of. And then just, so I unfollow one and just bring in the next one. And the reason why I would do that is because the one thing that all of these girls had in common was that they all took the same bathroom picture, really. They all did the same bathroom picture. And they all pretty much did the same picture where you got one foot at the front, the other one at the back, so that the arse looks a bit peachy. So all I'm really doing is just changing the girl, but I'm still keeping the actual
They're like
picture.
house music, innit? You know when you hear house music when you're drunk, it just
Yeah,
sounds the same.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
the guy.
It's literally the same thing. I just had a
That's
1 in,
mad.
1 out thing for that. Because that way, I didn't ever want my Instagram to just
terrible.
be full of like me following
Beautiful women,
1,000 beautiful
Sexy
women.
women, I mean,
and they're all just
wrong.
pretty much just posting the same thing. That's long. I like looking at beautiful women, obviously. So what I do is I got 5, 1 in, 1 out. Boom, this one's Chris. I got this for a month.
Is Aisha
Then I
Diaz
see the
one?
next one.
why'd you have to follow? You could just go on the explore page, bro.